Yeah, I mean, we've had hard camp or hard days here at camp, so I mean, a lot of just battling and working hard. So I haven't really had a lot of looks except for that scrimmage. But yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it'll be good.
What do you take away from like a preseason game like this? It's kind of scrambly. What can you take away from it?
Yeah, I mean, just the way we battle back in the third. I mean, got to bring that. I mean, tighten up a few things without the puck breakouts and stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise I thought we battled pretty hard and I mean competed. Went to OT.
What was communication like with the new guys?
Yeah, I mean, great. They're very talkative and just trying to be on the same page. Obviously, new staff, new players and stuff. So just trying to talk to everybody, and everybody needs to communicate to be able to be on the same page.
There's been a lot of talk of Nikita Gravenkin and his physicality. What do you make of his fight and the stuff he did after to hype up the crowd?
Yeah, for sure, a big energy boost to everybody in the building. I didn't know that he was a fighter, so I mean that was interesting to see, and he did a great job. For sure, got the crowd going and got the team going.
What have been your impressions of Max Pacioretty so far?
Yeah, he's been terrific. I mean, working really hard in camp, and obviously had a big night tonight with a couple goals and an assist. So yeah, he's a veteran and great player, great guy.
Very small sample size for power play tonight, but how do you think that worked? How was communication, for example?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, we're sipping around, could have scored another one on the power play. So yeah, just keep building. I mean, we had a quick skate today with some power play, so we haven't really worked on that either. But yeah, that was good.
Experience like here tonight, wearing the colors, playing in this building for the Leafs.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was a bit of a sloppy start for myself and the team, but the good news is we were able to find our game there in the third, and that's what camp's all about, is trying to go the right way, and we definitely went the right way as the game went on, despite the sloppy start.
What did you like about your game?
Just that I got better. I definitely was, felt a little nervous out there to start. It was the most nervous I felt in preseason since I was 20 years old. So good news is I was playing with really good players, and really not surprised, but it was found myself trying to overcomplicate things a little bit. But John's just always in the right spot, and you could tell right away playing with him why he's one of the best in the league year after year. He was always in the right spot, and I think once I kind of realized that and trust that he's going to be there, calm down a little bit, and it was a pleasure to play with him tonight.
I know it's only one game, it's only been working in the offseason. Is there kind of a feeling of reward to see it translate there with the first game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy to get rewarded, but I definitely have a lot to improve on. Started to lose a bit of energy there at the end of the second, and I was able to find my legs a little bit better there in the third. And, that's what camp's for also. I think I mentioned to you guys before, I haven't had a camp in a long time. So, I feel good about just, being able to improve as a team, as a line, as an individual as the game went on, and hope to keep doing that.
On the subject of conditioning, you glad you had the gas there at the end to try
Yeah.
for that rush and
Yeah.
the winning goal?
Yeah. I didn't play all that much last year, and so obviously when you're going there, they're shortening the bench a little bit, different from what I'm used to the past couple of years, because I haven't played in a couple of years before that. So put in a lot of work in the summer, but also the first couple of days of training camp, as you guys saw, were really intense, really hard. Big reason why we want to be in shape the way we want to play. We want to play in your face, and that's also a bright spot, is that we're able to do that there in the third period. It means the team's in pretty good condition.
Why do you think the nerves were there so much today? Was that the PTO? Was that just wanting to see the work pay off?
A little bit of everything. We talked about. I talked to you guys about how good I felt. So you gotta prove it then after. You can't go out there and throw up a dud. So just a lot of stuff. I don't think my wife's watched a preseason game in 15 years, and she was trying to find what channel it'll be on back home. Just a lot of stuff. It's a privilege to play in this league. When it's taken from you there for a little bit, you kind of realize that sometimes you can take it for granted. So even just a preseason game here in the history of this club, it's got me a little bit nervous, and I think that's a good thing.
You glad a couple of Pacioretty type goals, the tip you got, the good shot you got away?
Yeah.
That's getting your timing back.
Yeah, I think that is getting my timing back. I think, a lot was made of the injury and stuff last year, but I think playing with more pace, your timing's definitely different. I think that's what, being able to play faster, I kind of realized, my timing's going to be a little bit different here. And, I keep mentioning playing with a guy like 91, he's just like always in. I put a couple pucks kind of behind him because he was in such a good place. I probably could have put it out there a little bit more in front of him and could have gotten a chance or two. So, you play like guys like that, it's just a lot of fun. And, we had a lot of fun out there.
What is it like to see Max have, he was just saying he was more nervous for a preseason game. Like, he hasn't felt like that in 20 years.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Obviously, everything he's gone through the last couple of years, and then to battle back like I know he has. It's great to see. The guy can shoot the puck, and he's known for that. He can put the puck in the net, so off to a good start for him.
Which was like to see Nikita drop the gloves in his first NHL
And then fire up the crowd. Oh, I just love that. New heavy in town. Love to see that. Yeah, it's good to see kids get involved like that. It's a full team thing.
Did you know much about him? Like, did you know he had that in him at all?
No idea.
Okay.
The Russians tend to be strong, though.
How about the game overall? Obviously, some things still to work on at camp. Timing's not there, a little sloppiness.
Yeah, new system. Obviously, the first period, sloppy and just not very direct. One shot, obviously not going to do it. Settled in a little bit in the second and third, more shots, more direct. But, I think it's a little bit of what happened in the beginning of last season and parts of last season was, just too much neutral zone turnovers. That really cost us a lot. And, you see a couple flashes of that, but I'm sure we'll get that corrected pretty quick here.
You got a bit of PK time. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's fun. And, I want to chip in any way I can. And, if I get a look, I get a look. But we'll see what happens.
I'm surprised you ended up dropping the gloves with Spring. He's pretty young in the league.
Yeah, don't know much about him, but didn't really enjoy that hit they gave me. So. Yeah.
What makes Max special? A guy like I understand you guys were pretty close in Vegas. Like, what stood out about as a person?
Like on and off the ice.
Your choice.
Well, I mean, he's just a guy that works really hard. He's really dedicated to his craft. When he was hurt, I know he worked really hard to come back, and then got hurt again, and he worked even harder to get back. He's a guy that, sometimes when we were in Vegas, we'd go practice, he'd work out at the rink, and then he'd have his trainer come over and he'd work out again. So, he loves the game. He's dedicated to the craft. He's a guy that can help out everywhere. He can play up and down the lineup. He can shoot the puck. He can score. He just does a little bit of everything. He gets into the dirty places. He plays physical, kind of gets in your face. So he's just kind of a utility guy, but a guy that every team could use.
Your first game as Leaf.
Yeah, obviously fun to have the blue and white on and play in Toronto. Play first game with the guys that I've been training with the last month. Obviously didn't go how we planned it, but a lot to work on, and we'll clean that up for sure.
Your involvement in the first goal, kind of a taste of what you can do here to jump into some very offensive-minded players?
Yeah, there's a lot of high-end skill here. So, if you can find pockets and get up the ice, that's what coach is stressing. He wants all the D up the ice. So, if the opportunity's there, I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, Austin was saying that he didn't realize how good you were offensively. Of course, you're best known for your defensive game. What do you like about what this system could do for you?
As I said, we didn't play how we wanted to play. So, it's a bit of a sloppy game. Better breakouts, better D zone. That's the stuff I think we're gonna clean up and get better at, and that's gonna make us a good team. So that's what we're gonna focus on the next few games, and I'm not worried about my offense, to be honest with you.
Do you feel it got better over time, like as the game kind of went along?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously the first period we were very sloppy, a little chaotic in our end. Turnovers, not getting pucks in. So that's the stuff that we're going to work to build and play how we want to play and how coach wants us to play, more north-south, harder on pucks, win more battles, and that's all going to come as we work here through the next few weeks.
What can it do to a bench when a guy like Nikita Gravenkin, a young guy, coming in, drops the gloves and fires up the crowd like he did?
I don't think anyone expected that, but yeah, he did a great job. Obviously, young, as you said, young guy trying to earn his spot on the team, and I think obviously it doesn't go unnoticed, right? So it's a great job by him to try to get us going when we need a little spark for sure. And Revo as well, obviously, he's a great job by him in the second to get us going a bit.
It's been a long road back for Pacioretty. What do you make of how he's come into this camp?
Yeah, I mean, he's played a long time, and I mean, I don't know Patches too well, but I know he's a true pro, and I'm sure he's worked his tail off to be where he is after double Achilles. I don't think that's an easy road. I don't think anyone wishes to go through that. So I mean, for him to be able to still be contributing and playing at a high level, it's incredible. It just speaks to how hard he works and how much of a pro he actually is.
He was just talking about the nerves in the game. What about you? Did you feel any nerves coming here?
There's always a bit first game in a long time, but once you settle in, it sort of goes away. I mean, once me and Mo got on the same page a bit, then things got a little bit easier for sure.
Some sloppiness in the first
Yeah.
game, but a little bit too much for your liking?
Yeah, in the first period, we come out and we're just slow and didn't move the puck quick enough. That's why we ended up 2 shots on net in the first period. Didn't want to shoot a lot of times, too cute at times. Got better at times, but overall, there's things, it's training camp. We got to work on things. We got to clean things up. Got to clean up our puck play. Got to clean up our, directness on how we want to play.
What do you think of Pacioretty? He was saying he was pretty nervous to start.
I thought he had a pretty solid game. I know he scored 2 goals, but he was strong out there. I thought he was physical, strong on pucks, did a lot of good things.
Penalty fully rotated guys. You have Matthews.
Trying to find, some penalty killers of what we're going to use and how we're going to use them. It's preseason, so it's a work in progress, and we're, trying people out.
The 3-goal rally there give you a little taste of what this team can do.
They got, I seen lots of things, what they can do right from the get-go with their abilities and their skill. But, in saying that, I thought, a lot of times we had the puck in the offensive zone and we ended up trying to force things too much instead of just being direct and give it to the open guy, maybe the D, shoot it, Third period was our best period, obviously. We had 24 shots. We need more of that. All game, 60 minutes. Yeah.
What was the message to Gravenkin as he got back from the bench?
No, I just said great job, he's a young kid. I think he's shown us a lot in camp here with his, strength, size, ability, and, he's trying to impress.
What do you make of Max Pacioretty's game today?
Again, I thought he was pretty solid. I know he scored 2 goals, but overall, he was noticeable to me. Again, he was strong on pucks, physical. There's obviously things that he can clean up like everybody. So we got a lot of work. To do.
Sorry about that.
Jen? Good?
Did you always plan to move Cowan up, or was that a reflection of how he was?
Yeah, I wanted to give him some opportunity with different players. That was in my head before the game, so that's what I did.